Sorry guys, there appears to be a few issues with one of the players connecting, so give me a sec, we're trying to reconnect, and I'll be back with you guys once we're actually into the draft screen.
Dire team ban.
Alright guys, welcome. It's Mike LaPhoenix here, casting my first game for AEF Season 2. Division B, or the lower division, I believe, between Team Mint and the Future Ancients. Very exciting indeed. It appears Mint unfortunately lost some reserve time due to being slightly late, so they were penalized. Hence why you'll see the reserve time is slightly uneven at this point, but I'm sure they'll still be fine. I'm pretty sure they're a pretty strong team. From what I was reading in the chat, it appears that the opponents are slightly well, they respect them in any sense, so they must have played them at some point, because there is some respect for some of the players on Mint. We'll go into the draft quickly because it's going pretty darn quickly. So Warlock was picked up, followed by a Clockwork Jakiro. So you've already got that position 4 and 5 coming out from the Future Ancients. Well, the Clockwork is an assumed position 4, but we've seen Clockwork roaming a lot lately, so not going to be too surprising if that's the case. There's a Sand King, which appears to be a pick that any Australian really loves in the pro scene. We just seem to love Sand King, so always good to see it. Offers that disable. The Epicenter's pretty good. Laning phase is pretty good as well. Obviously, if you put him in the off lane, that Caustic Finale is pretty horrendous against any melee carries he's up against. Pretty darn good position 4 as well. So we'll see how it goes. As a bit of a warning, just so you guys know, I got a new PC yesterday and had absolutely no time to try and set it up properly. So excuse the lacking production quality if you've noticed quite yet. But if you notice any issues, like anything choppy or something appears to be not working, just type it in chat because I always read it, and I'll endeavor to fix it on the spot if I can. Otherwise, obviously, I'll just fix it after the game. But we'll see how it goes. Should be fine. Let's not panic if anything goes wrong. 4th ban now, coming out from the Future Ancients. And it is a Bristleback, which did receive a nerf, but it's a Bristleback, so it's probably still going to be very, very strong, regardless of whether it was nerfed or not. And besides, the main issue being the passive wasn't really touched at all, so he's still practically unkillable. Silencer ban out as well. So the fun-ruining hero is gone, which is always a pleasure to look at. There's a Night Stalker, so we've got a very fast-paced style lineup from the Future Ancients. Once we hit that 4-minute mark, when nighttime hits, Night Stalker should be aiming for those first couple kills if he can find some. Otherwise, he'll have to sit in his lane and just be a good boy and farm.
10 seconds remaining.
3rd pick out. Now coming from Mint, we do have to keep in mind, because they're low on reserve time, starting off with a minute from the get-go, they're naturally going to be having to pick a lot faster than the Future Ancients, so you wouldn't think that about a minute and a half would be that big of a deal when it comes to reserve time, but it actually is. Oh, Echo Leagues joined the chat. What up, Echo? Good to see you boys in here.
5 seconds remaining.
It's 4th pickup now from the Future Ancients.
Reserve time.
And in case you're wondering, no, I do not have a co-caster today. That's fine. It's been a while since I solo casted, but we'll get to hear my terrible analyst skills and hopefully some good hype skills. Reserve time being used for this 4th pickup now. And there's a Weaver pickup, so that's probably going to be their safe lane, or it could obviously be their off as well. I'm not sure exactly where this Night Stalker is going, but he's probably going to be sitting in the off lane. John, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Juggernaut pickup now for Mint. Very safe kind of carry from the Mint side. You can't really fail with the Juggernaut. The only nerf he's received as of late was the 5 movement speed nerf, which is a thing. Like it is a viable nerf, but it's not, it doesn't put the hero back straight into the dumpster or anything. He's still pretty darn good. He just has to be slightly more careful in the early game, not to get picked off and not to think he can be overly aggressive. At least not as much as he used to be. So he may have a few issues diving any heroes. Especially if they do end up putting that Weaver off lane. He's going to have, obviously you're not going to kill a Weaver with the Juggernaut in the early game, but we'll see what happens. I'm still slightly confused as to what lanes the future Ancients are going to be using. But we'll find out a bit more from the last pick. There's a Storm Spirit as the last ban, so getting rid of those mid heroes. And Lina is the pickup, so another very, very strong sort of mid. Offers quite a lot of nuke. Very good for the Weaver, obviously, because you can just nuke it down, especially before Weaver can pick up a Linken's. He can't block that Laguna Blade. Obviously, even if he got the Linken's anyway, you've got the Warlock Golem if you need to stop him, and the Ravage from Tidehunter. So there are a lot of skills that are there that they're taking use of against this Weaver. So Weaver does have to be slightly careful, but the thing is, it does appear that the future Ancients, they're probably going to be going for a very fast push style lineup. So it's not going to be very surprising to see Weaver pick up a very fast Deso. And it does appear they're going to try and push as fast as they can. The Jakiro obviously helps that matter as well. Oh my. And there's a Tinker pickup, so I mean if the Mint boys thought they were going to be pushing, they better think better of it, because Novalau, he's not going to allow that to happen. So that will be a mid Tinker. Should be a safe lane Weaver, I believe, and an off lane Night Stalker, but I could be completely wrong. We'll find out. This is generally why you get a co-caster, but I'm a bit silly, so I didn't. However, obviously very excited to see what happens in this game. Like I said, that's the first game I'm ever casting for AEF, so there's a bit of hype for me. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, John. 160p. You were mentioning your internet's terrible, but I'm not sure what's going on there. I've only put it up to maximum 720p, by the way, for anyone watching, just because I want to kind of make sure that people can actually watch. Otherwise, I just put it to 1080, but anyway. Should be going into the game soon. And at this stage, I've got to say, I really like TFA's draft, but I don't know either of the teams that well, so I don't want to say I like one better than the other, because next thing I know, there's going to be a complete stomp. But we'll find out soon. We've got to go to our very important tower showdown and make sure we know exactly who spent more money. And it appears to be TFA. Very close, but TFA does take the cake. And, well, I mean, that gives them a slight advantage, I'm sure. Ice Frog probably going to throw an extra last hit or a bit more in the pockets of TFA when he can. Just for that, those purchases. We'll go through the drafts quickly. And then we'll see what these teams get up to. So, Jakiro, he'll be played by Hawkeye Pierce. Nova Lau, we'll see him on the Tinker. Scroats, he'll be on that Roaming Clockwork. Pandera, he'll be on that Night Stalker. And finally, where is our last player? Unless I've called all of them out, which apparently I have. No, Kay will be on that Weaver. That's the one I was missing. Meanwhile, Adal, I think it's Adal or Ada, he'll be playing the Tidehunter. We see Sand King being played by No Pressure. Dota Politics, he's on the Juggernaut. And actually, there's already a gank happening because there was a smoke. No Pressure. He's in big trouble here, and he's definitely going down. He's got the stun, and he can use it, actually. And it may create the distance. This is rather surprising, but he's actually going to get away from this one, I think. No, K. He's got the Sakuchi already, so he's going to go in. He'll get a couple more hits and no pressure. Another stun. It's very short range, but it does the job. So he'll actually manage to back out of there, and it's still a massive win for the side of the Radiant, but at the end of the day, I mean, Sanking's got to be happy with the fact that they just got out of there scot-free, so he'll be counting his blessings. Meanwhile, Adele, he'll be annoying K to try and get this bounty, and he will get it. Now he's just got to be careful not to die, but Warlock's there to help him out if need be. So he'll be fine. Now, I will quickly go through the draft of the Radiant because I didn't get a chance. So, Ada, he'll be playing that Tidehunter. We're going to call him Ada just because that's how it's spelt. No pressure. He was in that Sanking who just survived. Shuzai will be playing the Warlock. Spam will be playing the Lina. And finally, we have Dota Politics on Juggernaut. And we're finally through the draft. But these teams, they know how to get the crowd excited. Clearly, because they, level 1 smoke up almost to kill, but then some nice juking out, and we've got to pause. And of course, the sounds need to be played. Dota Politics, he's going to be asking for a restart here. So we'll have to wait this one out just a bit. I'm sure he won't take too long. It'll give us a bit of time anyway. We'll go through some lanes. We'll see what the hell's going on here. So, Hawkeye Pierce, looks like he's coming down bot to tri lane. We see K and Pandera, they're together at the moment. Just trying to harass Tidehunter out of the lane. Obviously Tidehunter though, very tanky, so not going to be the easiest of tasks. Nova Lau. He's up against Spam, but Shuzai is there as well on the Warlock, so he's going to ensure that he harasses Nova as much as he can. And pretty much make sure he can't comfortably last hit. He can last hit, but definitely not comfortably. He's gonna have to be risking his life and health every time he comes in for one. So Nova, he should have a bit of a tough time in the mid lane. We'll see though. He could be the best Tinker player I've ever seen in my life. Scroats, he's on that clockwork. He's gonna be up against Dota Politics on the Juggernaut, who we're waiting to reconnect. And no pressure will be there, but it appears he's just going to be pulling the lane for the time being. But he'll definitely be there for the sake of helping out the Juggernaut. Obviously, you cannot leave a Juggernaut up against a solo Clockwork, because once that battery assault is leveled up, it doesn't really matter if you can spin, because eventually that battery assault will get you. So Sanking will be there to help out with the stun where necessary. Still waiting for that reconnection. He did say, though, he did have to restart the whole computer, so that's fine. It'd probably take, about 2 minutes or so. While we're waiting, though, I was mentioning that I'm liking what I see from the Radiant draft. Like, I do like these faster-paced lineups. I can't really say too much against the Tinker either, because Tinker's just... He's an amazing hero, especially once you get the Boots of Travels and then the Aghanims. I mean, things just get ridiculously hard for the opponents. Not to mention the fact that he can drag out the game as long as he wants. As long as he doesn't die, he'll be fine. But you've also got that Night Stalker, and he's going to allow that early game presence. The Clockwork, as we've seen, is very good these days. Even though it is not a roaming position for Clockwork, it's actually an off-lane Clockwork, which is my preferable way of playing Clockwork as well. So I'm actually excited by the fact that this is an off-lane Clockwork instead, because then he's guaranteed the levels and a bit of farm for that matter, rather than having to find it roaming around the map. You've also got a Jakiro, has a lot of disable, a lot of damage, and he can really deal a lot of damage to the towers with that liquid fire. Anyway, we are back into the game. Juggernaut's back. We see... Actually, they're going on Ada. And I think Ada might be screwed here. He's got the fire on him as well. And the Sakuchi, he's going down. And that's a first blood for Hawkeye Pierce. Bit of a taunt, I believe that was. Maybe, maybe not. But the Jakiro are going to have a very, very good start. Scroats now dealing a bit of damage to Dota Politics, but in fact, Shuzai's there now to try and help out as well. So it's going to be in a defensive tri-lane. They really don't want to give Clockwork too much space because he's just going to become a real headache if they do. And there's the Cogs already. He saw them coming in for the stun attempt. He'll Cogs up straight away and ensure they don't even think about it. They are still trying to find some positioning though, so he does have to be a bit careful. Ada again, copying a bit of damage. Didn't quite get the end of that Jewel Breath, but be fine for the time being. He'll just keep going. Pandera, he's trying to deal a bit of harass, but now he's been stunned up under the tier 1, and he could actually be dead here. There's no real slow though, so I think they have to back off Ada. He can't catch up, no gush whatsoever, which is pretty standard for a Tidehunter, so they will have to let that one go, but my goodness, it did look pretty close. Unfortunately, No Pressure was also only level 1, so it's not like he even had the Caustic Finale to deal a bit of that extra damage at the end. But this does give Ada the space to get in there and get those last hits and that XP that he needs. Although, unfortunately, the creep equilibrium is not in his favor, so it looks like he'll be making his way back to his tier 1. Maybe even rotating to the jungle, because that's just guaranteed farm. No pressure now. Still level 1, so he can't abuse that Sandstorm to jungle even if he wanted to. It looks like he might stack creeps. He's really going to miss the timing there if he did want to. So, he's actually going to go for a courier snipe here. But he's actually missed it. He wasn't in the right position, so he couldn't actually gauge where the courier was. And now he's trying again, but not going to be able to catch up. It looks like he's just determined to get Nova Lao. He's got that level 1 stun. And they can really chain that up with the Lena stun. She's already bottling up to get that mana. Sand King. He's thinking about it. This is the perfect position here. Nova has overextended. There's the ping as well. Sand King, he comes in, waits for the stun, now spam with the chain stun. No, he doesn't actually use it. He had no mana for it. The Dragon Slave was the only thing there. And they're going to have to let Nova go now. Which is really a shame because he was only about 5 mana off. So maybe a bit of miscommunication there between the Sand King and the Lena, but not really communicating that there wasn't going to be enough mana to really get that the combo going, and they let a kill go. Jackpot. Another missed attempt this game. They're definitely not going to be happy about that. So Lena will continue on farming. I mean, but it is a very, very even mid lane. Both on 18 last hits right now. In fact, they're practically exactly even at this point.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like No Pressure's going to make another attempt. They do need to slow down this Tinker's farm. At all costs. See No Pressure. He's been pinged out. They know he's there. The thing is, the Night Stalker's right there with him in the invis. He doesn't have any mana for the Void, and he's nowhere near it either. Well, he's about 20 mana, but that's a lot for a Night Stalker. So Sand King will have to be careful. It is nighttime, however, and he does have the silence available. So it is a 5-second silence. He does commit it, and he'll just hit him once and make him back off. So he'll be happy with that. Meanwhile, bot lane Ada, he's trying to take these jungle creeps and he's forced to actually TP out. There is no Ice Path available. So they will not be able to cancel that. Jakiro may be regretting the fact that he hasn't leveled up the Ice Path, but that's pretty standard. You generally don't level that up at all at the early game, but it will cost them a kill at the end of the day. And Ada will be able to get the hell out of there safely. I see Mazakar telling me that there's some Weaver cosmetics, and yeah, pretty ugly Weaver cosmetics, indeed. No pressure. Still roaming around. Not really getting too much done yet, though. And he's going to find Scroats, tries to get the bounty in. In fact, he does. Now he stuns out, but Scroats, he has that battery assault. And now the cogs. So no pressure, does lose his life. There was a TP out from Pandera, but it didn't even matter. Now Adder, he's been going on at the bot lane. The Swarm is on him. Hawkeye Pierce, he's trying to get something on him, but he doesn't have mana for the Jewel Breath. The Sakuchi will be the last bit of damage. No pressure. He comes in. He can make a stun if he really wants, but there's not really a point to this. They can't follow up with anything. Especially because they have no Ravage yet available on the Tidehunter. But it does appear that Spam's here, so maybe that will offer the follow-up that they require. Bit of an offensive against... did I say offensive? Aggressive tri-lane happening for just a moment, but Spam, he'll realize he's just kind of wasted his time a bit, so... He'll back off straight to the mid lane again. Nova Lau obviously really enjoying that free time he's been given. And he'll take full advantage of that. He's got that Soul Ring money available. And in fact, they're going to go on the Sand King and they'll actually let him go. They just could not catch up to him. There just wasn't enough slow time. But Pandera, he's going to come in. He's going to try and deal a bit of damage to Adder. But look how tanky Adder is. He just stands there and goes, come on, let's go. And there's the Anchor Smash to make matters worse. Bit of liquid fire, but it doesn't really matter too much. Adder, he'll just heal up. He's got the wand as well, so he's gonna be fine. Adder's not really gonna die anytime soon, even if they did jump in 3-1. He's literally just gonna Anchor Smash and then start walking off.
Regeneration.
Mid lane again. No pressure. Which is ironic because there is a bit of pressure on him right now. Nova, he does get the stun. He does get stunned. Now the follow-up stun and Spam. Looks like he's going to be able to finish him off. But the laser actually makes him miss the last hit. And he might actually go down here. Oh, that's a shame. But beautifully played from Nova Lau. My goodness. That's some quick thinking. And I really thought he was dead. But that he just got the laser on before that hit animation finished. And, well... we all know it's 100% miss, don't we? Meanwhile, bot lane, Adder, he's actually taunting as he chases K. And now he's being the one chased right now. A lot of damage comes out from Weaver, so they've got to be very careful. Anchor Smash, it does come out. Pandera, he's got the Void there as well. Hawkeye Pierce. The Ravage is actually committed. He's going to turn around to try and get K, but the time lapse is there, and they will take out Adder. So a good kill from the Radiant side. In fact, they even forced out that Ravage. You couldn't really ask for much better than that. Like, literally, no situation could have been better than that. Force out the Ravage, get the kill. And then just get back to farming. No time wasted. So we are 5-1 right now. The Radiant is leading, and this is... I mean, it is their draft is very strong in the early games, so it's not too surprising. K... got to be very careful with that Anchor Smash damage, but not really too afraid because there's no Ravage, as he knows very well. Looks like the Radiant jungle, no pressure. He was trying to do some jungling with that Caustic finale, but Nightstalker had different plans for him. Let's bring up this net worth graph here and see who's really leading. So we see Lina is in fact leading the net worth, followed by the Juggernaut, and now in fact the Juggernaut is overtaking, but surprisingly enough, even though the score says 5-1, the Dire are actually leading in terms of net worth. Actually, in total net worth, it's the Radiant, but the cores and carries from the Dire are apparently farming better regardless of how many kills the opponents are getting. Dota Politics, I suppose, practically has had free farm, so he's not really struggling whatsoever. He doesn't really care what's going on around the map. It really couldn't bother him whatsoever. As long as he's not dying and he can farm that like that freely, then I'm sure he's confident he'll get the kills later on. No pressure, gets a stun, good dust as well, and they get the kill onto the Weaver. That's a big one. That is a big kill. Spam now. Getting hit by his own illusions, no pressure. He does not have the stun yet, but now he does. Can he get it off? Yes, he can, but he's almost dead. In fact, I think he is going down, and he is. Spam, he comes in. Laguna Blade as well. Dragon Slave, it is there. Can he get the kill? Yes, he can. So that's a double kill for Lina now. and he'll TP straight out before it gets cancelled. Although that being said, Pandera was very close to getting there.
Dire's structures are
Unfortunately, just not in time with that Void to cancel it off, but still, 2 big kills for Spam. Hook now coming out from Scroats. They do miss Ada, and he taunts them as he backs off. He knows exactly what they did.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He did have that Ravage anyway, if things got really bad, but I mean, when you trap him in the cogs, he's pretty much dead. They're going to go on him again. So Ada, there's the Void. Now the Swarm comes out. They're doing the chase with the Sakuchi. Scroats is coming in the back lines. He does commit the Ravage onto 3. Goes onto Night Stalker. We'll get the kill. So Pandera, he goes down. Now K, he's still chasing. Scroats is there as well, but it looks like they're giving up because Lena's here. Spam, he's looking for the stun here. The cogs does come out though. K, he's going to chase back now. See if he can do any damage. Spam, he's got the stun available. Can he connect it? He's copping a bit of damage here. He has to be careful. K does hit like a bit of a truck at the moment, and they will manage to back off safely. In fact, Ada, he's just still not scared. He backed off for a second, but I mean, it's a watermelon. He'll be fine.
Middle tower is under
The man's
attack.
juicy.
Money to burn.
Ada, gotta be careful. The Jewel Breath comes out. Now K again dealing that damage, and it appears the server might be a bit choppy because there are a few FPS drops, but maybe it'll fix itself. Oh, actually, bot lane. Looks like they're jumping on Ada. He does TP out, though, when Spam actually came in. There was a time-lapse from the Weaver, though. So not in time to be able to stun at the least. Now the T1 being attacked,
Dire's top tower is under
which is
attack.
pretty much what they really want when you've got a Jakiro on your team. We see Tinker has picked up the Boots of Travel, so he's going to start doing Tinker things. Actually, now Spam, he's getting gone on by Pandera, and I don't think there's any chance he survives this. Ada has come in, but he had no Ravage. Shuzay, he's there as well. He's got the Golem, but does not drop it on the Tinker who was TPing away. Pandera, he's there. He's going on Warlock, now backs off, but Scroats is there as well, and they're going to go on Ada. The Battery Assault is there. They've cogged him in. There's a creep there as well, but it doesn't really matter too much. The Golem was dropped. Now, the Macro Pyre Shazay, he almost goes down. Ada is actually walking it off as well. Scroats, he's trying to get a kill, but he can't get it on Ada. And the Omni Slash will finish the job from the side of the Dire. So 2 down on the Radiant, and they're not going to be happy about that. Warlock almost goes down as well as the Tidehunter. And they just could not get the last hits on those heroes. Be a second, just gonna see if I can. There's a bit of a thing with the camera right now,
I'll take that.
but I don't seem to be able to find it at this point. So we're just gonna leave that because I hear something going on. In fact, never mind. It was just bounties, but suppose we'll fix the camera after the game. Seems to be a couple issues with it, but nevertheless, stun out from No Pressure. Weaver, he might just turn around on this because Pandera is there. The Swarm comes out. But No Pressure, he does have that Sandstorm available anyway. So it's not really going to bother him too much. If they do make a jump. Unless, of course, Night Stalker has Dust, which he doesn't. Ada is there as well. Okay, gonna back off. No Pressure, getting in some much needed farm. And he's very close to that blink, in fact. We do now know Tinker is in the area. Oh, good stun attempt. K, though, does dodge it. No Pressure. He looks like he's in big trouble here. The Swarm's gone out on him. Pandera coming in. Big Ravage out from the Tidehunter. Ada, he's going to try and delay them as much as he can. No Pressure. Has to TP or something right now. But he doesn't even have the mana. He has a stun out right now. No Pressure. He's going to turn around. Stuns up Pandera. Ada's there as well. Shuzay, and there's Spam. And they do end up getting the kill again. They turn it around. And it does not bother them whatsoever if they're full HP or a quarter HP. They'll get the kills regardless and walk out with their lives. So things not looking too good for the Dire, even though the kills are even. A lot of items being gotten on the Radiant end. They're really getting online now. Oh, I apologize. It actually doesn't look good for the Dire, not the Radiant. Spam, he's getting going on right now. The silence is there. Shuzay, he's there as well. The Macro Pyre. Ada, K is there as well. And Spam, he's going down, I believe. The Sakuchi does get him. Dota Politics is there, and he does have the Omni Slash, but I don't know if he wants to commit a Pandera. He is there. Dota Politics copping a lot of damage, and there is a silence there from Pandera if necessary, but they let it go for the time being. Ada, he's turning around. No Ravage available, but they do have the Sand King. And I believe they're going to let this one go. The Radiant will back off, and it looks like they'll get in position to defend this tier 1. Rather than try and be the aggressors in this situation. There are a lot of skills up on the Radiant though. We do have the Golem drop. We do have the Omni Slash, and obviously Sand King with the Epicenter stun. So things could get messy real quick, and the Radiant, it appears they sense it. Because they're going to get the hell out of there straight away. And they'll get the tier 1 kill.
Bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is
In fact, there was a rotation straight to mid from the Radiant end, so looks like they're just trying to find objectives themselves. The tier 1 had already gone down mid and top anyway, so they're not going to find really anything there.
I'll take your
Scroats looking for a pick-off attempt. Can't really find it. Actually, they might just find spam here. The hook cancels it just in time, but it looks like he may have had it anyway if he wanted to use it. Just a bit far, though. Because once you're in that position, it's very easy for the Dire to back up that laner. Now bot lane. Actually, Ravage committed to take out Nova. So the TP cancelled by the Ravage, but definitely worth it. Highest net worth hero goes down. Meanwhile, mid lane, looks like there's some action there. Beautiful cogs, and there's a stun from the Sand King. Golem dropped as well. Pierce, he's almost down. Spam takes out 1. There goes 2, and actually 3 down for the side of the Radiant now. And that was a double kill for Shuzay. So some good team combination here coming out from the Dire. They've got a lot of stun and a lot of team fight combinations. As John said in the chat, they've got a lot of wombo combos. And when you've got those all available, all you really have to do is time them. And things will just kind of fall into place after that. So they'll go to the mid lane, tier 1 almost going down, taking advantage of that Golem. That being said though, Nova, he has different plans and he'll come defend that straight away. Start throwing out those rockets. Now okay, Sakuching past this invis spam. You can see we haven't really talked too much about farm, but Dota Politics, he's not farming too bad himself either. He's got that Yasha as well as the phase boots, and he's going straight into the Manta style. And that's really specifically for the Night Stalker. Does not want to get silenced and not be able to do anything, so he'll be able to break out of that silence using that Manta. Looks like Ada, top lane. Gonna try and go and harass Scroats a bit, but he's copying a bit of Jewel Breath here. Pierce. Not really scared of Ada, but Ada's not really scared of him either. That being said, Nova, he's coming in. Is this a bait from Ada? It looks like it just might be. No pressure. He's there as well. Pandera, he's coming in to try and help out Shuzay. Has he got the golem? No, he doesn't. So he might just be going down to K here. And K does a lot of damage as that Weaver. The rocket was coming out anyway from Nova as well, so there was no escape for the Warlock. Now Ada, he goes down as well. Nova picks up a kill for himself. And they'll be very happy with that. 2 big kills. And now, in fact, it might be 3. No pressure goes down as well.
We were different as day.
So 3 down for the Dire right now. And they're pushing very fast from the Radiant end. So this is going to be probably a tier 2 lost for the side of the Dire. And it's already very low anyway, so it's not like it's going to take very much to take it down. The fortification was used, but I don't think there's a chance of defense here. Ada, he's coming in. But the tier 2's going down regardless. The deny is there though, so it is worth the TP. And obviously Ada with that mechanism, as well as the level 4 Kraken Shell, he's not really scared of death. It's not really in his realm of possibility right now. No pressure. He is in the realm of death right now. Although he does actually try and get a stun out on Nova. But Nova, now that he knows he's there, he might just try and kill him. No, the TP's out and he will get away with it. No pressure, just being a bit cheeky. Trying to delay the TP as long as he can so that Tinker can come in. Oh, actually Juggernaut can come in and deal a bit of damage to this Tinker, but not quite there, and a good blink out from Nova, who is still farming very well. And it appears what is he going for? He's going for the Aether Lens, so he wants that added range. And he probably will rotate into the Aghanim Scepter straight afterwards. Which is generally what you see. Because it just makes the whole other team completely useless with the laser. So we'll see if he can farm that up fast enough. Obviously no pressure. We did see last time he was very close to that blink. Now he has it completed. So this blink stun's going to be coming out as well as the epi. He's also going for a 4-staff. So full mobility coming out from the Sand King. Ada, what is he trying to farm? He's trying to get himself a blink dagger. So he wants that mobility himself. They want pure positioning here from the dire end. Oh, the epi being charged up here, and they jump onto the Weaver and the Laguna Blade. No time to time-lapse whatsoever. Beautifully played by No Pressure and Spam. Sophise, welcome to the chat. Glad you're watching. No Pressure. Still waiting around after that Weaver kill. Still looking for more at this point.
Invisibility.
And he will actually TP out now. Realizing nothing's really going to happen if he sticks around. So he goes back to the fountain, heals up. And probably going to try and help his team push this tier 1. That being said, Nova coming into defend. But now he's in big trouble. Spam was there in the back lines. And they'll get a kill onto the massive Tinker. And the tier 1 will be the next target. But Spam, that is absolutely beautiful positioning. The hook actually misses from Scotes. He does manage to get the cogs onto Ada, but there is a Ravage available where necessary. The Golem has been dropped onto 2. Now the Ravage onto 2. And they're going to go after Jakira and Clockwork. The Omni Slash committed as well. It hits everyone. Now Scotes almost down, but he gets away with the 4-staff. But Dota to Politics, he's still trying to go here. The slow's there now. They're turning around back onto him. And I think he's in big trouble here. The Manta's used. Can they get him the silence as well? But I think he might be able to run this one off. He's very fast and his team's going to back him up. And yeah, they'll be able to back him up and get him out. Beautiful stun from No Pressure onto 2. Didn't even see that one, but my goodness. What a stun indeed. And Ada, he's still going. He wants Pandera. No Pressure coming in as well with that stun. Tinker's there. He's throwing out those rockets and the lasers. Shuzay, he's there as well. The Ice Path dropped. Ada, he will go down. They've overextended here now. Spam, he's trying to back off, but he's a big kill if they can get it. He 4-staffs out. No Pressure. He's still trying to get out himself. K is still chasing. He stuns out right now, but No Pressure. He might actually be able to walk this one off because they aim for Spam, and Spam will go down. In fact, Sand King, he goes down as well thanks to Nova. And Juggernaut's the only one left that they can really grab here, and it looks like they might just be able to pick him up. In fact, never mind, Shuzay, he'll go down to the Night Stalker somehow. And Politics, now he's getting battery assaulted. The Ice Path is there. Nova's there to join in as well. But Spam, he comes in. The rocket's still coming out. He does not want to die back here, or not die back, but the Bloodstone, he doesn't want to lose any more charges. And they will allow him to live for the time being. The Shrine being a bit too much heal. And there is an applause there from Pandera. He applauds his team.
Fire and ice.
Indeed.
A golden thread.
Ada still trying to get that Blink Dagger, but very, very close. Just about 200 gold away. So once he picks that up, it just allows him to initiate a lot better. He can pretty much guarantee to get those 3 or 4 man Ravages. Maybe even 5 if he's lucky. Which then sets up the Golem drop as well as the Sand King stun. So there is a lot of value coming out of this Blink Dagger from the Tidehunter. Smoke now coming up from the Radiant. Scotes. He does have the hook available in Dota Politics. He'll be the target. No hook coming out quite yet. He did cancel it. And there might have been a mistake. He delayed it too long. Nova jumps in. Gives him the vision, but he still doesn't jump. So, feeling a bit uncomfortable with the hook at that point. And they will start pushing up the top lane again. Now, the thing is, K, he's got a Dragonlance, but he still doesn't have the Lincolns, nor does he have a Deso. So, I don't know if it's the best time for them to fight. Ada, he wants to fight. He's got a 4-star at the moment, and he can really get in there and do something. Hawkeye Pierce, he uses the ice path, but it's not really any good because of the spin from Politics, and he looks like he will end up losing his life here. Pierce, trying to waste as much time as he can, but he does end up going down in relatively fast time. Meanwhile, bot lane, no pressure. Again, being a bit cheeky with K. Just waiting it out. And no, he won't really go for it. Wing Shadow, yes, I can remove that overlay. My apologies, I didn't realize I was blocking the last hits, or the KDAs and things like that. I will remove it for you. I might just need a second, just in case something breaks out here. But I appreciate the feedback. That should be better for you, I'm sure. I hope. If it's not, if there's another problem, just let me know, guys. It's all about the viewer experience. And I appreciate the compliment, by the way. Anyway, getting back into the game, we can see Juggernaut still leading that net worth. Tinker right behind him, though. So, very even game. It's only about a 3.5k, 4k net worth lead for the die right now. So it is a comfortable lead, I suppose, but not comfortable enough to the point where you're sitting there really cocky, being like, yeah, we've won this game 100%. They will smoke up, and they're gonna go for this tier 2, but it looks like they want to get some kind of pick off first. The line's been drawn out to that mid tier 2 right now, and it was by No Pressure on the Sand King, who appears to be really leading the way here for his team. Nova Lau has to be very careful, because if he gets caught out here, this is going to be a guaranteed tier 2. No pressure. He does get the stun onto the Tinker just in time. Shuzai's there now. The Laguna Blade's committed. And Nova, he's going to go down. That is an absolutely massive kill. The Ice Path comes out from Pierce, but not really going to matter. While this Tinker's down, unless he's planning to buy back, this is practically a guaranteed tier 2. The Macro Prior was dropped, but you could literally just walk around it, as Dota Politics and Ada have done. And it does not appear that there's going to be any jump attempts coming out from the Clockwork. And there might be some pressure here on the tier 3. They realize they could force the Tinker to buy back here. Pierce gets a good Ice Path, now the Jewel Breath. The Healing Ward was there anyway though, so Politics not going to be really concerned at the moment. The Silence comes out from the Night Stalker Ada. He's still on the front lines here. Spam. Ice Path does miss, and they will back off now. They realize Tinker coming up in just a second, and not really interested in trying to fight that Tinker. Now, Radiant, they're coming in. Swarm comes out. Ada, he's the only one left at this point, so he might have to be the sacrifice. He does force up onto the hill. He doesn't have a TP though, so this is really just time wasting right now. Scroats is there as well, and looks like Warlock tried to come in to help, but this is a mistake from him. He might die and he will, and that's a double kill for Nova. So big mistake coming out from the Dire, still sticking around after they had, really won. That, they beat the Tinker, they got the tier 2, they did a bit of damage to the tier 3, but stuck around a bit too long. Then Warlock comes in, unfortunately gives his life away for no reason, trying to help out that Tidehunter. And Radiant, realizing they've got a slight advantage right now, in terms of the amount of heroes they have alive. It looks like they wanted to go for the Roshan, but they'll have to let it go for the time being. Ice Path comes out and Silence onto the Juggernaut. K, he comes in as well, but the Manta is there. No Pressure is in the backlines to help out Politics if needed anyway. So there's no real fear here. Politics, he's still farming in some dangerous areas. K will find him. The Sakuchi is there, but they'll let him go. In fact, Politics, he'll find K. He's got the Omni Slash available, but It's not exactly very easy to hit when you've got a Weaver that can Sakuchi within a couple seconds. No pressure now. Places a good aggressive ward. And they're really not scared on the Radiant, on the Dire end. They really just want to fight. They realize every time those ultis are up, they're in the advantage. Okay, he'll come in. Really no damage being dealt to Ada though. And the tier 2 bot will be the aim of the Dire at this point. Tinker is the one to go defend this while the rest of his team just pushes out the mid. But I don't think it's really going to... This March is really going to stop Politics. He has the healing water anyway, as well as the Warlock heal. So they'll get a bit of a trade here. They might even be able to go back and defend if they want. Looks like Pandera is ready for the defense attempt though. Spam has to be very careful against this Night Stalker because that silence is going to be a real pain for him. Okay, realizing he could be in a bit of danger, just backs the hell out of there before things get a bit messy. And Pierce could be a target here. They do have a couple of blinks and stuns. There's pressure with a beautiful stun. And Pierce, he's going to be the sacrifice here. They went a bit too far. They didn't return fast enough. And they're not really going to mind losing their position 5. But still maybe slightly unnecessary to lose that hero. And this will allow the Dire to go in and take that Roshan now. A lot of crits coming out from Politics. And I don't think the Radiant feel in any way comfortable to try and defend this. Well, try and fight in the Roshan pit. Even though they do have a Tinker and a Clockwork, it would have been really helpful to have that Jakiro up with the Ice Path and Macropire. The Rocket is there to scout out the vision. And can they try and steal it? K is a bit late. And he does swarm, but it's not enough. They will get the kill. Looks like Scroats tried to come in and steal it, but the hook... It did connect, but he didn't really get to do anything. The Aghanim Scepter is available on Tinker though now, so those 4 rockets are going to start flying out as well as the bouncing laser.
Smart money.
And this is going to prove even harder to push up the uphill of the Radiant end. Not sure what where that lag is coming from. It's definitely not my internet. I can tell you that. Not sure if it's the servers. Look at that bouncing laser. That's what you need to slow down a push, but ultimately the tier 2 will still go down at the end of the day. Politics. Got that the Aegis, my apologies. And has the Diffusal Manta. As well as 2.3k gold. Still the top of the net worth, so farming very well. Interestingly enough, Ada, he opted to go for the 4-staff instead of the Blink first. Which obviously really helps his team out more so than it helps him, but it's still a good item choice in my opinion. And he'll be going for that Blink later.
Invisibility.
Apologies for this choppiness, I'm not sure where it's coming from. I'll check it out right after this game. See why that's being caused. Like I said, it's not my internet. And it's not my computer, so I don't know what the hell it is. Could just be server lag. But regardless, we'll find out soon. Jug. All grouped up here from the Dire end. It looks like they're going for a tier 3 push here. And they will just back off. It's going to be a hard push. Like, the Tinker is just going to make it so hard. The only way they're going to be able to push comfortably is if they kill off this Tinker, who he will have buyback available as well. So you're really going to have to kill him off twice. The point is, though, if you kill him off once near the base, then at least you can get into a better position to try and take him out a second time. Whereas the first kill is really the hard part. Ada now. He's been voided up, but he'll be fine. Actually, there might be some action mid lane. No, just the cogs against Scroats, just delaying it as much as he can.
Is under attack.
Boom, there it goes.
Money to burn.
Fear quiets magic.
Rockets again coming out.
Homing in.
Now farming the ancient stacks from the Radiant, so really taking everything they can get from this side. And this is really what you do. If you can't push the high ground, all you do is really just steal everything that is the Radiance. Just take everything. Deny them any kind of farm.
Illusion.
And essentially you're gonna choke them out of the base. Or they're just gonna suffocate in there. Bot lane, looks like there might be some action. Nova. Oh, good stun attempt, but it was a bit too late. No pressure. He couldn't find him quite yet, but now they actually do find him. Dota Politics. How the hell did they find him there? Nova Lau. He's going to be wondering that himself, I think. My goodness, what beautiful play from the side of the Dire. And now they're going to make the push. They've got to force this buyback from the Tinker, but this is exactly what they want. Tinker, he has to buy back here. Otherwise, he's definitely losing a Rax. The Ice Path comes out. Ada, on the front lines again, has the Ravage available. The Golem is there as well. And the tier 3 is really going down very fast. Clockwork, he's really going to have to try and concentrate on this Tide Hunter. And no, he'll go straight on the Juggernaut. Jug gets in the cogs. Now the Ravage comes out from Ada. He's going to go on to Pandera, and they'll back off straight after the buyback from the Tinker. They'll be happy with that. No pressure. In fact, TPing straight away. Doesn't want to be left anywhere near there.
I'll take your tribute.
Again, they'll back off and keep farming.
Gold for me. Invisibility.
Shuzay. He's invis at the moment, so he'll be fine. Just gotta be careful that the sentry doesn't get dropped right now. And in fact, Jug jumps in onto Scroats, and Scroats will force stuff out after the cogs. The Golem dropped, but that was a pretty big misplay. I think the Ice Path, the Macro Pyre, and the Radiant are going to get something out of this, I think. Politics, he's in big trouble. He force stuffs down the hill. He's got the Omni, but does not want to commit it, and will end up going down. And the Dire will be forced to back off, but that is absolutely massive. They just gave a 2k gold swing away. And I don't think the Dire are going to be happy with that. The Golem drop was a bit strange. They're going to go straight to this mid, trying to push that out. Oh, hook in onto Ada. Ada is in big trouble right now. The Ice Path is there as well. Pandera, he's going to really go on him. And Ada, I think he's in trouble here. He does heal up. Scroats is there. He needs to get some kind of cogs. The 4 stuff is available and he will get it. They will get the tier 2. Now they're going to push for a tier 3 here. And I don't know if it can actually be stopped. Ada's down and he doesn't even have the Ravage even if he had buyback. K, he has a Desolator as well. So it's going to make it really easy for them to start chipping down that tier 3. Oh, good epicenter stun from no pressure. Doesn't quite get the job done though. But he did delay it and it might just scare them back. That being said though, they now know 100% that the epicenter's down. But Nova, he'll back off. Goes back and heals up. Okay, he's going to end up finding himself a double damage rune.
Snick, snick.
And he probably wishes he found that before they went for the tier 3 mid push. Actually, no pressure. Going after Nova Lau. There's the stun from the Lina. I don't know if they can kill him here, though. They can stop the blink from happening. The Lincolns was dropped from K, so they can't really Laguna. Now Spam's the one in trouble, and looks like he might just go down because the double damage is still there, and in fact, he denies himself. So quick deny, realizing there was no chance of him getting away here. Oh, beautiful hook from the Clockwork Scroats. Now Pandera, he's there with the slow, and K's going to take him down. No, the Yule Scepter's there, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know, the stun's out from no pressure. He doesn't end up really getting out anyway. Nova chasing Ada, who committed the Ravage. And he really doesn't want to die right now because he has the gem on him as well. And he will manage to walk out of there, but the Dire, they're really losing a bit of their cool, I think. They were at a 12 to 13k net worth lead and now down to about 8, which is still substantial, but at 40 minutes in, it's going to start mattering less and less.
Sustains.
Not to mention that Tinker and that Weaver are going to become more and more of a problem. And I don't know if this Juggernaut can really go up against the Weaver and Tinker together.
Homing in.
Dire's bottom
Oh,
tower
top
is
lane.
under attack.
K. Making the push for the tier 2.
Smart money.
Mine.
Ada, he did pick up that blink. So he will be able to position himself a lot better now.
As tribute.
See Hawkeye, he really hasn't really got too much, but he's a position 5. So he's been buying wards all game. He'll be probably happy with that Aether Lens and the Ghost Scepter that he has, as well as the brown boots. Okay, now, as you can see, he has farmed up quite well now. So he has the Lincolns, he has the Deso, and he has the Dragon Lance.
Players here.
No pressure, backing off, realizing there's probably some heroes around the area.
Ability.
Cognos, thanks for pointing out that Dota Politics is probably a miracle. Ada. He knows they're there, but he's invis at the moment, so he's feeling safe regardless. He's pinging them out, though. His team is nowhere near them, and now, with that Night Stalker ulti, they're not really going to be able to see anything. So now Ada, although he's really scouting them out, there's not really much his team can do at this point. He does find Nova, but he can't really cancel anything. The Ravage was on cooldown anyway. But they're doing what they need to do, which is basically try and find a pick-off before they can, make that high ground siege. They also know that the Tinker has no buyback at this point. In fact, we'll bring up the statuses now, but it's still on cooldown for another 2 minutes. So if they get a kill on him, it's a guaranteed racks pretty much. Miracle. Copping a few rockets. He does have the healing ward, and he will commit it. That's something that the rockets and the march can't take out. They really want this, at least this tier 3, so then they can go for some shrines.
Homing in.
And Spam, he starts work on that tier 3, that attack range so long.
Radiant structures are
Especially with that Hurricane Pike as well. Again,
money to burn.
Tinker is just taking care of the work here, Nova.
Dire's top tower is
He's
under
working overtime at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No pressure. Arcane Rune picked up. Now, I know I just answered you guys in chat, but yeah, I realize it was laggy. I have no idea why. It seems to be some kind of connection issue. John's probably right in saying it's Telstra, but I'll check right after the game to make sure it's nothing stupid, because it doesn't happen too often. Pandera trying to find a kill onto Ada here. There is the rockets that are coming out. They know exactly where he is. He is silenced as well, but he has the Ravage. The Sand King does cancel his TP, and Ada, he will get out of there. So very well timed. And very safely gets out. Looks like Roshan is being taken out now. Well, Miracle's taking it out with this team, I should say. We really should confirm if this is actually Miracle, though, because it's going to be pretty embarrassing if Miracle's somebody else. And I'm just calling him Miracle now for no reason. But Roshan will be going down. Aegis and Cheese picked up by Miracle, so being slightly greedy. But I guess you get to do that when you're the carry of the team, and your name's Miracle. No pressure. Getting a lot of farm now. Spam. Still farming himself. We're at 46 minutes in. They've got a net worth lead of about 14k right now. But I mean, it just doesn't seem to matter because they can't breach the high ground. Tinker now, he does have buyback as well. This is just going to be really hard work for the side of the die to push this high ground out. Looks like they might try again for that bot. Well, I was going to say politics, but Miracle. He's there as well. It looks like Sand King's going to be there to try and stop any kind of TPs and just four-staffs himself out. He does, I believe, have a Boots of Travel, but it's on cooldown, so their Sand King's going to be missing, so no Epi and no stun. Ada is there and waiting. Has to be careful here. Pandera slows him up. He does have the 4-staff though, and in fact, it looks like they might split push the lanes now. Because he does have the Ravage, and he has a cheese, so he can really delay this. Ada, he'll blink in. He's looking for it, no pressure. He gets Ice Pathed up at the moment, and there's a silence on Ada. Spam, he's coming in as well. They can't find anybody, and they're not committing the Ravage. But they'll get the tier 3, it looks like. The Macropie has been dropped. The tier 3, will it go down? Yes, it will. Ada, is he going to stick around? Oh, beautiful hook in from Scroats. And there's a stun in from no pressure. And the Golem's dropped as well into 4, actually. Scroats, he's in big trouble here. Spam, he's trying to get the kill, but he can't Laguna him. He does get the kill onto the clock. Now the Ravage comes out from Ada. And the Omni Slash as well onto 2. And it looks like they will take out the Night Stalker. Now the Jakiro is going down as well. K, he's going to be careful. The buybacks are coming out, but the Rax is going down. I don't think they can defend this, but Scroats, he does have an Ag in him, so he will hook in again. Abada is still alive, and he used the cheese as well. Almost goes down against Spam. In fact, he does. It's a buyback, or a dieback from Spam, or Scroats. My goodness, so many word mixing right now. And the stun comes out from no pressure, does miss, but the Rax is down, and they'll be happy with that. It looks like Ada's going to keep going. In fact, Miracle is there as well, but the Rockets is going to be a real headache unless they can take out this Tinker. In fact, they're going to go straight for the tier 3 mid now. They're not really concerned because there's 3 heroes down, and I suppose Nova can only do so much, but look at the damage the K's dealing. He's got that Daedalus now as well. Dota Politics just dropped the ward, and actually Tinker still going. Can they get a stun off? Yes, they can, and this could mean really bad news for Nova. He gets perma-stunned. He does have the buyback available, but he won't commit it quite yet. He'll wait it out for the time being, but it looks like they're losing at least another tier 3. There's the buyback. Are they going to back from the dire end? K, dealing a lot of damage here. Ada's got to be careful. No Ravage available. There's the Ice Parcel. There's the Macropire as well. And Miracle, he's spinning right now, but I think he's dead. He does have the Aegis anyway. Shuzay, he's going to have that upheaval available, so he's going to slow anyone down. But Miracle, he's copping so much damage at the moment. He's going to manage to get the hell out of there. So many 4-staffs coming out to help him out. And K, he's going to make the chase now. Pandera's behind him as well. Miracle, he will blink out, and it looks like Shuzay might be the target. No, pressure comes in with the Epi epicenter as well. They take out the Night Stalker, it looks like. Pierce, he's going to back off now. He's used the Glimmer Cape, but Ada's chasing. Beautiful stun out from Spam. What a guess. And Pierce, he's going down, I think. Spam actually loses his life to the hook shot from Scrodes, and he's going to go after Ada. The stun was there from no pressure. Scrodes, he's going to keep going here, but Ada's so tanky. Kay's there, though, and Kay might be able to do the job a bit better than Scrodes can, the courier. Can they get the kill? They'll leave it alone for the time being, and Ada looks like he's going to lose his life. And I'll tell you what, that's going to be massive for the side of the Radiant, but they have lost 1 Rax and 2 tier 3s. So it depends what they can do with this lead now. Yep, Zen, thanks for pointing out the stream's fixed. I honestly don't know what the problem was. I think it's some kind of server issue, but like I said, I'll check after the game. But my goodness, 51 minutes in, and I'll tell you what, this game doesn't get much more exciting than it is right now.
Jackpot.
The Dire, they've got to keep throwing bodies at the base of the Radiant, but my goodness. I mean, it's just not as easy as it looks, and I've got to give my commendations to the Radiant for being able to hold out so long, and they're still going at the same like they're still trying their best, which you can only respect. Kay, he's coming in now with that crazy movement speed. The Glimmer Cape was there from Shuzay, but he does manage to get out. No dust or true sight available from the Radiant. Now no pressure. Chasing up Kay. Can he get the stun up? Spam is there. He guesses the stun. And actually he might lose his life. So much damage. But there's a stun out from no pressure. And they actually hex up Kay. So Kay's losing his life. He does have buyback. But he might be forced to use it. Which is really what he doesn't want right now. But the Dire, when they look at that time that the Weaver's going to take to respawn, I mean, they're licking their lips right now. And somebody's buying back. Unless Nova can hold out the base for them. And there is a very big sense of urgency we can see here coming out from Miracle. He goes straight and starts cutting that creep wave. Pierce not really in position to defend the base either. He's got no TP. And he's going to have to make a walk back. This is not very good for the Jakiro, I don't think. Maybe he has confidence that Tinker can defend himself, but I don't think so. The question is, how do they breach this with the marchers going? Ada, he'll man up. He doesn't really care about marchers. The hook comes in from Scrodes. He has the axe, so he can keep doing it. But the Omni Slash, it bounces to him. And Miracle takes him out. That's massive K now. He does buy back. The Ravage was committed. The Laguna from Spam, but it only takes out the Lincoln Sphere. The Golem dropped as well. They just want the racks here. They don't really care about the hero. Shuzay, gonna have to be careful. He has 4-staff though, and a Glimmer Cape. The Golem will end up dropping. Spam, not really too scared himself. He has an MKB as well as the BKB now. So he's going to start hitting up on that racks. And he just really wants a Miracle. Jumps in. He's been silenced up, but has the man-turn. I mean, oh, beautiful stun out from no pressure. They take out the Night Stalker K. He's coming in now, trying to deal damage, but the Hex is there. Miracle jumps in as well as the stun from Lena. And they will take out the Weaver again. That is a dieback from him. And this could be GG here. Pierce, he's going down as well. That's 4 down now. And this is a second racks. And they do call the GG. So very, very well played to the side of the Dire. And my goodness, it was a good defense attempt, but there's only so much they could have done in this instance. And unfortunately, they just ran out of heroes to defend with. So Mint do end up taking game 1. Guys, stick around with me. We'll be getting into game 2 very soon. I'm going to go check on those connection issues to make sure we don't have any more stream delay, or I should say stream lag. But guys, like I said, stick around. Very exciting game 1. We're going to enjoy game 2. And any feedback about the casting or anything like that, just type it in chat. I'm pretty good with taking it and trying to improve. So, be right back with you guys. Trying to enjoy some music and my terrible production quality at this point. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this game between Team Mint and the Future Ancients. It is Mike LaPhoenix casting my second game for AEF Season 2. And let me tell you what, for a first game of a league, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, the wombo combos, that clockwork, Scroats, I mean, the man doesn't miss a hook. He absolutely does not miss a hook. He must be working on a brothel right now because he's an absolute hooker.
10 seconds remaining.
Just great skill coming out from both teams. Absolutely great skills. We see now we're in the second draft. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. And guys, if you do enjoy the casting at all, consider following the Twitch stream. Follow me at MLP Dota on Twitter.
10 seconds
Support some fellow Australians. Let's be patriotic here. Otherwise, if you hate me, just give some feedback in the chat. We see 2 bans already coming out from both teams. These guys don't like to waste time. TA and OD being the bans out from the dire end, and looks like Sanking Lena coming out from the FA, well, the Future Ancients, I should say. So they don't want to see those heroes again.
10 seconds remaining.
Obviously causing them big problems, and we see a Tree and Protector come out first. And I think people are still very unsure about the Tree and Protector because of those nerfs that occurred, but I think it is still a very viable hero. And now we see the Nyx. So I know John in the chat, he's going to be very happy about this, but the Nyx Assassin comes out, and I mean, this is a very powerful hero. He's pretty much good all the time, and he's going to really allow a lot for this team. Just the vision he gives you, the damage he can deal. Obviously, he has so many disables, being in the stun and the spike carapace as well. There's just so much you can do with a Nyx Assassin.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see what they can pull out the bag here.
5 seconds remaining.
Obviously, we still know that the Mint end do have the reserve time restrictions due to the penalty because they were slightly late, which you know, obviously you have to enforce the penalties if somebody's late because everyone's left waiting, especially the viewers who, you know, it's not nice to make people wait, but nevertheless these things happen. And no, I was gonna say, Cognos, I think you're incorrect. I believe it's no pressure that's Miracle, not Dota Politics. So I was in fact calling Politics Miracle for no reason. It is no pressure. And I mean, with that Sand King play last game, I mean, I'm not too surprised that that's Miracle. There's the Juggernaut pickup. So they pick up that safe lane Juggernaut this time on TFA.
Seconds remaining.
Third ban now coming out from the side of the Dire. Mint. Obviously a very good start to this series. Silencer ban out, so no fun will be ruined this game. Always love to see a Silencer ban. Nobody really wants to play against a Silencer, let's be honest. Tidehunter's banned as well. So they've literally banned 3 heroes that were used last game by Mint. Very interesting, but there's a lot of respect coming out from the side of TFA. They really do not want to allow these kind of heroes back into the game.
Radiant team ban.
See that Centaur ban now. Centaur is still a very strong hero. And there's the Nakes.
Dire team pick.
So really just getting rid of that carry, I should say. It works well with the Nyx Assassin, obviously, because you do have the Infest Bomb with the Vendetta. So you don't really want to allow that with the Nyx. And it works. Nyx is pretty good against Juggernaut as well, but it is also vice versa. And there's an Invoker pickup.
Radiant team pick.
So things are getting a bit serious when you see the Invoker coming out. I've noticed Mint, they don't really waste any time while drafting. I don't even think they used their reserve time last draft.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Vengeful Spirit is the pickup here for TFA now. Vengeful obviously offers a lot in that he has, she has a stun. The Wave of Terror is good minus defense, and it is a bit of pure damage as well. The damage aura is obviously amazing, and then you've got the swap where necessary. Allows the saves to happen, as well as, you can cancel TPs and get people out of position. There's a PA though. So the swap, not really going to matter too much because PA can always just blink out of there. And we'll see what TFA pick to really counter this, because right now they've only got physical damage dealers. And you're going to probably need a few spells in there to take out this PA. You need a bit of burst damage. Otherwise, look out for those MKBs. Thanks for hanging around there, John. Cuttlefish. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who his little brother is, but Scroats played pretty darn well that game. I've got to say, that last game. There's a Puck pickup. My goodness.
Dire team ban.
Puck is just so popular right now, and I mean, I love the Puck. The Dream Core is amazing with holding those heroes into place, but good nuke ability as well, so it's good against the PA. But I'm not 100% sure about this pick. Generally, you see the Puck Drow combo, because Puck has such a high base damage right now, and then you add the Drow to that, and it becomes slightly ridiculous. Like it's literally unwinnable against the Puck if he has the Drow in the game. I don't see that occurring this game though, because they've already got the Jug. And they do require, it appears, an offlaner for TFA right now. So Scroat's hero is being left to a last. In fact, Scroats is captaining anyway, so it looks like he's really thinking about his own hero right now. Wants to make sure he can really determine what's going to happen in this match, which he almost did last game. He really tried his best.
Radiant team pick.
And I'll tell you what, it's really good to see the high level of play that comes out from both these teams. And this is, I believe, the lower division of all things. So I can only imagine what the upper division's like. I know they have Natural 9 in there, which I've watched since Dota 1, so I'm excited to see those boys, even though it's not the exact same teams as it used to be. Reserve time now being used for TFA. They've got about 30 seconds left, so they'll get rid of it. And of course, Mint, they have their full reserve time of a minute left. And it's a Magnus offlane. So that offers that team fight capability. If you add the Puck into that, if you get a good Dream Call off, it's just going to mean Magnus just jumps in, RPs while they're all together. But Axe is there now to counter that. So, very quick Axe pickup. They didn't even think about it. Axe is also very good against the Puck, because Puck is just so hard to catch. So if you can just take the Puck down early with that cull, it's going to really help the matter. Should be getting into the game in just a moment. Anyone watching, I do appreciate you guys viewing. Makes me feel good to see. I think we had 15 viewers at the end of the last game, and now there's like 10, so that's good to see. anyone viewing, by the way, like if you guys want to, chime in with any kind of commentary on what's going on in the game or want to ask any questions, I am reading the chat constantly. So even though there's a 5-minute delay on the stream, you will hear an answer from me after about 5 minutes. Again, the side of TFA taking the tower showdown, but apparently last game it did not matter. Regardless, guys, we'll get into the drafts. I'll quickly go through the players. We see a quick Sunstrike, of course, from Invoker, trying to scout out those what the heroes just bought. And there's probably going to be a pause, which there is, from Hawkeye Pierce. While that's happening, we'll go through the heroes. So, Hawkeye, he'll be playing that Vengeful Spirit. We see the Juggernaut being played by K. Scroats this time around will be playing the Magnus, so he's looking for some big RPs right now. The Treant Protector, he'll be played by Pandera. And finally, Nova Lau, he'll be on that puck. Meanwhile, on the side of Mint, we see No Pressure, who I believe is Miracle. I believe is playing the Nyx. Axe, he'll be played by Ada. We do see the Warlock, again be played by Shuzai. Spam, he'll be in the Invoker this time instead of the Lina. And finally, we have Dota Politics, who is on that PA. Now, for the sake of not confusing who is Miracle, and because it's a team game, so we shouldn't concentrate on one person, I'm just going to refer to him as No Pressure, because that's what it says in the game. And we'll correct it at a later stage, as in if I cast them again in future. But, yeah. Unless somebody wants to 100% confirm for me which one it is. The music may be slightly loud. And there's the reconnection. Apologies, I didn't know you didn't want me to repeat that, Cuttlefish. And it looks like we'll be going back underway now. There may be some kind of smoke attempt coming out from the Radiant. Pierce, he's already got one ready. And I swear that the Australian server's lagging a bit today, because the in-game is slightly choppy at stages, which is very strange. Because my internet is running perfectly fine. Pierce was going to be in the front lines, but I'll leave that to Scroats. And they do end up smoking up. So it looks like they're probably going to try and pick off Politics here. The question is, are they going to be able to get the stun off in time from the Vengeful Spirit? Pandera is getting in position here. Politics seems to be aware that something might be wrong. And Pandera, he does have that level 1 Nature's Guy, so he can root the PA in place if necessary. And also keep that vision on the PA because he's invis right now. So Politics has to be very careful. Some good positioning coming out here from the Radiant side. And it looks like Politics is aware of what's going on here. Unless he isn't, which it looks like he might fall into the trap. Pandera going to run in for the root, and the stun does come out from Pierce. They will get the bounty at the end of the day, I think. Spin, and this is going to be a dead Politics. No, he has the blink. Again, he gets away. This is exactly what happened last game. I just can't remember which players got away with it. But my goodness, they get away again. Good, quick thinking from the PA with the blink. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, you never level up a skill until the timer hits 0. And even then, until you get into the lane, because you never know when that's going to happen. And when you're going to need blink instead of dagger.
Tonight.
Nova. Mid up against Spam. There is a Nyx Assassin here trying to be pesky.
Nix on that.
But Nova, like I said, high base damage on the puck these days, so Don't be fooled by the small fairy. He does hit like an absolute truck. Pandera. Gonna find the root on Shuzay, but I don't think this is gonna mean a kill. That being said though, K is running in with the spin. He is a bit too slow though. No boots available quite yet. Meanwhile, mid, again no pressure. Dealing that damage. On to Nova. Pandera. Hitting Shuzay still. And with that Orb of Venom, it's enough to keep him slowed down so he can continually hit him. Ada. On the offlane against Scrooge. So this is a safe lane Magnus, which is something you don't really see every day, but it looks like Scrooge wants to basically guarantee that farm so he can get a quick Arcane Boots and Blink. Pandera's going to find Politics here. There's the root. I don't know if he can deal enough damage, but he might just be able to. One more hit, and he does get the first blood. And that is a massive kill for the Treant Protector. I don't think PA has any evade. Yeah, he's still only level 1, so that's absolutely massive for the Treant. And for his team. Not the best start for the side of the Dire. And they will have to kind of, reevaluate how they're going to take this game on, I think. Maybe have a few sentries down around the jungle area for Politics so he knows where that Treant's going to be. Ada now. Got that battle hunger. Trying to get Scroats out of there, but it's not the easiest task in the world. Trying to catch up to Ada is a bit of the Ada trying to catch up, I should say, is not the easiest of tasks, like I said. Pandera again. He's going to be going for some kind of play here. If he can get the initial root, I think his team can follow up with the stun spin combo. Meanwhile, mid lane looks like no pressure. Looking for the stun, but won't find it. There is a jaunt away from the park. Ada now bot lane. He's going to start creep skipping. And there's not really much that Scroats can do about it, to be honest. You really need a ranged hero to be able to deal with something like this. Top lane, looks like there's some action on Shuzay. And again, just that massive base damage coming out from Pandera, really being annoying for the side of the Dire. And I suppose this is one of those reasons why Treant, such a strong pick, because he can just keep doing this and he just denies you everything on the map. Well, on the lane, I should say. It does appear they want to make some kind of jump here in Politics, but they're just waiting for the right time. Pandera again, in perfect positioning. He just stays in the back lines back there in case Pierce was going to go for the stun. And while they're running off, he'll get the root on the back end. Ada actually chasing up Scroats here, but not really fast enough, surprisingly enough. But he does have the Tranquils though, and now they get deactivated. But he might actually be able to catch up Scroats. He's getting pushed. He's about to get stunned, and good skewer out. Just in time, and I don't think no pressure should keep chasing here. Meanwhile, Dota Politics, he's running away from Pandera right now, and they're not really going to be able to get a kill, but the fact that they're forcing him this far back in the lane is absolutely massive for the Radiant side. They also know that Shuzay is kind of stuck in a corner right now. And look at this, Pandera, he's really just not going to let go of Politics. He's going to keep doing this to him. Another root. Just a bit of damage and he'll back off, and I don't believe Pierre will have... Yeah, he doesn't have any regen left either, so he's going to be depending on Warlock to heal him up, but that's not really the best kind of heal. Meanwhile, mid, Nova, cops a Sunstrike, no pressures there, but no stun available. Was on cooldown at the time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bot lane, looks like Ada's chasing up Scroats. So Ada's having a great time at bot. And he does end up getting the call. I don't know if he'll get any spins. In fact, he really doesn't. That's kind of disgusting. Top lane, they actually do end up taking out the PA. So that's not too good for Dota Politics. But Shizay will be the next target. So he's not alone in this. Shizay, I don't think he can really escape this. K is a bit too fast for him with the phase boots. And yeah, with the leech seed, that'll do the job.
Tower is under attack.
And this draft from TFA is doing really well right now.
Is under attack.
Scroats, again, copping the battle hunger. It is only level 1, but it still does a lot of damage. The call, it will come out. No pressure's coming in from the back lines. The stun does miss, though. And now the skew are back, but he does pull Ada with him. The Sunstrike, it does hit, but Ada just couldn't catch up for that Culling Blade. Spam, meanwhile, copying a bit of damage from Nova. I'll point out some fun facts from Cuttlefish in just a second, who's said it in chat, because I find them pretty interesting. Stun out and the Sunstrike. I think Nova might die here. He does commit the coil, but it does not matter. It only slows them down and does a bit of damage to Spam. So yeah, according to Cuttlefish, TFA is the oldest team in the league with the average age of 29. Now, I don't know if Cuttlefish is lying here. I'm just calling out what he's saying. And apparently, Scroats has 3 kids, plays 3 rugby league clubs, played 3 games of AFL in high school, has owned 3 cars, and plays position 3. Well, I suppose so. 3 is that number for him. They jump onto Spam from Nova, but they can't go past the Ghost Walk. No dust available on either the Puck or the VS. Scroats still trying to defend this bot lane the best he can. It's just very hard when you've got a creep skipping Axe there, as well as his mate No Pressure, who is, who we think is Miracle. And yeah, they're going to get this tier 1 push done. Scroats being chased up again by Ada. The battle hunger's there. Now he's slowed up. Can they get the call? No pressure. He's coming in from the back lines and going around in circles. Meanwhile, Shizay, he's going to be the target of Pierce. And Pierce, he doesn't have enough mana for that stun any longer. There was a call. Now the Sunstrike and the stun. The raindrop does help, but the coal was there. They will get the kill. Meanwhile, Nova, he'll get the kill mid. Now he's going up to Spam with the coil. There is a TP in coming in from No Pressure to try and help out. But he doesn't have the stun available quite yet. Pandera, though, he'll go down. Now Nova, still chasing. He's going to jaunt out, but no, the stun. He cancels it. The juke is there, but Nova, he's going down, I think. The blink in from PA. Beautifully done by No Pressure to stun that perfectly. I'll tell you what, the timing doesn't get much better than that. In fact, they are. And that was about a 900 gold swing back to the dire end. And in fact, they're in the net worth lead now. So that really evens out things for the side of Mint. Now, Pandera, he's going to get caught out. Ada's there as well as No Pressure. They're going to have the follow-ups on the Sunstrike as well. And yeah, he's going down the coal. Ada, he's going to turn around onto Nova now. Although there is a lot of help coming in. Juggernaut commits the Omni Slash and the spin. Ada, can he get out of this one? The blink was just off cooldown, but he couldn't get it quite in time. And he will end up losing his life. I think No Pressure better run for it now. The skewer's there. Can they catch up? I don't think they can. Scroats does commit the RP. It's a willing cause. Coil goes out as well. So they're committing all these ultis just to take him out. And he will end up losing his life. But, I mean, RP and Coil committed just for the sake of a Nyx kill. This is a position 4 hero. And they needed to commit 2 ultimates. So it kind of tells you how healthy the side of the Radiant are. And it appears not that healthy at this point. That being said, though, what we have to remember is Juggernaut. He has the Empower. In fact, Ada almost going to be taking Juggernaut out. The spin is out there as well as the healing water. And the coal, it was too late, or too early, I should say. Ada, he's going to run for it now. The Trents, actually, where the hell did he blink? He blinks the other way. Ada, he gets another call off. No pressures there with the Vendetta. Misses the stun, though. And he's still trying to run for it. So much space being created here. And can he get out? No, he can't. No pressure. He'll back off now, I think. But this does create a lot of space for Dota Politics to get that farm in. And even if that looked bad, I mean, Ada gets very close to a kill. Still creates that time and the space. And Dota Politics realizes I can push this mid lane.
Radiant's middle
Why the hell would I back off right now? Now he will though, because Nova's obviously back, but the damage is done. No pressure. Sticks around a bot. It looks like Pandera's joined in now as well. Still not level 6 on the tree, but that doesn't matter too much. Stun. It comes out onto Warlock. I don't think they realize he has friends around the area. Courier. Oh, it's going to be sniped maybe. No, Warlock just doesn't deal enough damage. Stun comes out from no pressure. He wants to go for the hero instead of the Courier. Dagger as well. Politics is there. And they're going to get a kill onto Pierce, it looks like. And they will indeed. Good little pickup. No pressure will get the last hit. Pandera has to be careful. If they made a random call right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
Mid
top
tower
tower
is being pushed in. Will there be a defense from Dire? I don't think they're going to make it in time. The thing they've got to worry about here is K. He's got the Empower, which is going to really help the farm speed. Ada. TP is in, but the blink was on cooldown. No pressure again. He's in Vendetta form looking for that stun. And he's going to find K. There's no sentry, so he's going to just be a bit patient. Gets the stun. No, he doesn't. Good spin. Very fast reactions from K. Ada was not there in time. Now Nova going to... Well, he looked like he was going to join him, but doesn't really do it. And they're going to turn around here from the Dire end. Mint, they want to make something happen with Ada on that axe with the blink.
Looks like it's just
And Omnislash committed onto no pressure, but the call is there from Ada. Now the Sunstrike comes out as well. Doesn't hit anyone though. The stun from Pierce. And Ada's just going to want to back off there. No pressure. He's in the back line still. There is everyone from the Dire. Spam gets swapped in. He's called up at the moment. The Meteor has been dropped, but it doesn't really deal too much damage. And Nova will get the kill onto the Invoker. Now they're going to keep chasing here. No pressure.
Radiant's bottom tower is
We'll be able to back off successfully, and it looks like the rest of the Dire will be able to do that as well. Nova. Has to be careful. That axe can deal a lot of damage very quickly. And the side of TFA clearly not feeling as comfortable as they should to try and make some more happen around the map, but they realize they've got the RP with the Magnus. They've got a Juggernaut that has the Empower with him. So the farming, it's probably more important for him to just farm at this point. Actually, they do find the Magnus, speaking of, and the Sunstrike will get the kill. Now the Spike Carapace onto Puck, and they're going to make the chase here. Puck does, well, he will be able to back off regardless. It's very hard to kill a Puck, as we all know.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
No
bottom
pressure now.
tower is
What's
under
he going
attack.
for? He's getting a Hand of Midas. It's going to allow him to get that farm throughout the whole game. Answer to that question, Birdie, would be Team Mint, I believe it was. I'm sure someone in the chat's going to answer your question anyway, but yeah, Team Mint won game 1, in case nobody answers your question. Welcome, by the way. Politics not getting the best farm in the world. He obviously had a very hard lane. Going straight for the Vladimirs. Just needs that Morbid Mask now. And it shouldn't be too long before he gets it. Meanwhile, Spam. He got that Midas a while ago. Going straight for a Yules, it looks like. And then he's probably going to rotate straight into the Aghanims. According to his quick buy anyway. Shazay, got to be careful. Pandera looking for the root, but doesn't get really in distance. Ada still farming. Really wants that Blade Mail. So at least he can go for those solo kill attempts if he really needs to. Things have quietened down around the map. Everyone's just realizing they just need a farm. Okay, he has got that Yasha now, and he is going straight into the Manta style. It's just that Empower really speeds up the farm. It's a free Battle Fury. Without the regen, of course, but regardless, he doesn't really need it when he's farming.
Well-gotten gains.
Some wards being placed down. Ada again stealing the jungle stacks from the Radiant end. No pressure, of course. Still roaming, doing a lot of work around the map. He's going to find K.
I'll take that.
Going to have to leave that bounty rune alone. Does not want to get Omni Slash, but he does have the Vendetta regardless if he needs to use it. Just going to find some solace in farming. Meanwhile, mid lane, looks like, unfortunately, this Warlock going to get caught out. The coil was dropped for it, but probably worth it. At this stage of the game, any kind of kill is probably worth. But now Ada, realizing the coil's down, going to go for a kill attempt here. He does have the invis as well. Actually gets a deny on the tier 1, which is pretty massive. And blinks out. So no punishment for Ada for that deny. Pandera, chasing up no pressure at the bot lane. There will be help coming out from K. There's the root. He does have Spike Carapace and Vendetta. Uses the Spike Carapace, but it doesn't go through spin. Now, Puck, they can't get through the Vendetta, unfortunately. And in fact, there is a... Yes, of course, Scroats is correct in the Crybaby. Not going to be happy that there's no dust available on the Radiant, even though there's a Nyx on the field.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And now he's just going to scout out vision. Although they do find him because he walks straight under the sentry ward. So a bit of a misplay because you probably could have guessed there'd be a sentry there. But no pressure. He'll be alright with that. He won't mind too much. There is a smoke up now from the Radiant. And are they going to choose to go for the Roche or are they going to choose to go for a kill? It looks like Scroat's going to make the TP up. Politics does have their Vladimir's now. Going straight into the Deso next.
A bounty which my matriarch will prize.
I'm not really 100% sure who has a stronger late game lineup. It is hard to tell. I think the Dire have it. So I think Mint can take the late game better. But now that if they don't get the PA farmed, it's not going to really work. But Politics, he's making a run for it. And he actually gets out, surprisingly enough. The Dream Core was not dropped. Which is rather weird because they dropped it for the Warlock but wouldn't drop it for the PA. But perhaps they thought they weren't going to be able to get the kill regardless. Politics though, with that level 1 blur, that 20% evasion really, really helps. Ada now. Looking for someone to take out. He's there with no pressure. They're both smoked up at the moment. And they're going to find a big kill if they run past K. And looks like no pressure in Vendetta form will find him. The call is there. Now no pressure comes in. The Sunstrike, yeah, K's dead. And there is an RP onto 2. And Scroats, he's trying to make something out of this. Ada, he'll use the Battle Hunger. Pandera going to have to really make something happen. But I don't think they can really get any kills out of this. No pressure. He's going to have the stun up in just a second. And there's the Dream Core. But the Spike Carapace, now the TP. And the Overgrowth. But the call's there from Ada. Can he make something happen? The big stun out from the Nyx and the Golem drop coming out from Shazay. The Meteor was dropped, but it doesn't hit anyone. Nova, he's going to go down. No, the Culling Blade isn't available. Nova going to use the Shrines and get out. Sunstrike will miss. Not that would have killed Nova anyway, but amazing rotation from the Die. Now the Radiant come back in, but it's not going to matter. Ada looking for the kill. Puck. He's going to be caught out on the call. Now the Deafening Blast. He could go down here. He does manage to phase shift. Now the Omni Slash onto the Warlock. They do take him out. And Puck does end up losing his life regardless. So it's a Puck for a Warlock trade. Definitely better for Mint at that stage. Anytime you can trade anyone for a Puck, it's pretty much a good thing.
This should make my life easier.
Go to Politics. Grabbing that Mithril Hammer as well. So he's getting a bit closer to the Deso now. See, Jug has been farming well himself. Almost at that Manta. Only needs about 600 gold now. Ada. He did pick up that Blade Mail. There's an 8k net worth lead for the Dire End. Shizay with the wards, but there is a sentry there, so the likelihood is it will get dewarded as soon as somebody walks past it. Again, we see things quieten down from both teams. They get back to that farming stage. They've got a lot of stacks here for Spam, so Spam's going to start trying to take those out. And there might be a smoke attempt here by the looks of it. There is one available on Ada. Ada. Are they going to smoke? Both teams have actually smoked, in fact. The question is who finds who first. Scroats is on the front lines with the RP available. And Spam, he's got to be careful here. The Skewer, no, they commit the RP and the Dream Core, and they push him back, so they want to take him out straight away. Ada gets the call, though, with the Blade Mail, dealing a lot of damage. Now Politics comes in, and they take out two. It looks like, no, it's only one so far. The Overgrowth is there as well. And Ada, is he going to survive through this? Yes, he does, but Politics is the one in danger now. Omni Slash, he does survive through a beautiful call again from Ada, and the dagger's coming out. Looks like Ada's going to lose his life, probably, and he will do so. So 2 down, but he saves his carry at the end of the day. No pressure. He was not in the team fight. He's coming in now to try and help out. He might be able to take out Pandera. In fact, Politics will get the kill. Now they jump back on VS, and they'll take that one as well. So it's a double kill for the PA, and they turned it around like you turn around. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't even know what to compare that to, but beautiful turnaround for the side of the Dire. My goodness.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I just don't know how they do these things from this team, but it feels like every time it looks like Mint is down, they just pull it back their way.
Radiant structures are
And I mean, that team fight, they didn't even have no pressure available. He literally came in at the end of the day and just took a couple kills and said, thank you very much, I'll see you later. Ada. Hawkeye. Not going to get any kind of stun off first. Oh, now he will. He's got the stun available and he will get it. And K, he's making the chase. There is a Blade Mail. Now the call. Ada is in big trouble though. He's going down. The coil was committed as well. They really wanted that kill because it's a pretty big kill to get. They are big gold swing as well. It's about a grand gold swing. And now it looks like they might group up and make something happen. They get an Invis Rune on the puck as well, just to help out things a little. And there's a sweet tier 1 bot that they'd like to take. Which isn't going to be too hard when you add up the Empower, as well as that VS ulti. It looks like they may have found someone. In fact, they did. Shuzay gets caught out. And the tier 1 is guaranteed for them now. There is a fortification. Looks like the Dire are going to make a trade attempt. And Spam will be the one to make it. No pressure is there as well, but tier 1 is gone. Now they're going to go for the tier 2, and unless the Dire are going to come back and defend this, this is not a good trade for them.
Dire's structures are fortified.
The tier 1 looks like it will drop just from Spam though. Ada, he's waiting. He's running in for the core. He'll get K at the least. He's dealing a lot of damage. He might be able to coal soon, but the Yules was there. Now Scroats does commit the RP and the Skewer. It's not there quite yet. No pressure. Good stun out with the Spike Carapace. They do end up taking at least one with the Axe. The Meteor drop. They take out the Magnus. The Scroats is gone. Pandera, he's going to be careful. No pressure's there. And who the hell's dying right now? VS is dead as well. The coil was dropped onto Politics. Puck is trying to juke out of this one at the moment. No pressure. Still chasing though. He's got the Vendetta if need be. Hits the Shrine for some mana, and they'll keep the chase up. The thing is, Nova is going to be a very hard kill to get. No pressure is very fast, and he has the Blink Dagger though, so if he can get the stun, he might be able to make something happen. But Nova, he knows what's going on here. In fact, maybe he doesn't because no, he does. He does. He runs through the tier 2 to make sure he has vision of any Invis heroes, so he will be able to walk out scot-free with that one, but actually maybe not because No Pressure's still in the area. This man doesn't really give up. He'll keep trying. And oh, Nova, he's expended his skills now as well, so oh, no, phase shift, Sunstrike. They will get the kill into Nova. Beautiful Sunstrike. It was a good attempt from the puck to get out of that situation, but he probably should have backed off in the first place. Now, beautiful blink stun from No Pressure. They're going to take out this Magnus. Scroats, he does get force-stuffed and swapped out from Pierce, but Pierce is going to lose his life for it. And they'll give the kill to Spam as well as that. So, another good kill coming out from the side of Mint. No Pressure, again, looking for someone to take out. Another Sunstrike. Scroats! How the hell did they predict that? I don't even know how the hell he saw that. It's one of those things where you want to go back and watch what the hell just happened, but
Tower is under attack.
my goodness, what a play from Spam.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They're going to go for the Roshan now with the double Forge Spirits as well. Shazay's there, the Sunstrike's dropped. They're dropping everything. And yeah, with Politics there, and I believe Politics does have now a Deso. In fact, he does, and the Vladimir's. It's going to be a very easy Roche kill.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe just add a couple crits in there just to help out the cause. Looks like Puck thinking about a steal. No, actually that's K. No Pressure finds him. Gets the stun from the Vendetta. He just needs his team to catch up quickly. The spin's there now. There is Scroats coming in. The Sunstrike was dropped, but it does not hit Scroats. Can he make something happen? The Omni Slash was committed as well, but it was pretty bad, I think. No, apologies, it was not committed. There were illusions just hitting him, and it sounded like it. Ada is there. Who do they want to go for here? The side of TFA appear to be afraid of the side of Mint right now. And with this axe dealing so much damage through that called blade mail, it is hard not to be afraid. Oh, actually Nova, he says I'm not afraid. Jumps in with the coil. No Pressure, very low. He's getting healed up though, but there's no real true sight. Shazay will be the target. Drops the golem straight away because he knows he's dead. And they are going to aim him down. That being said, No Pressure with the stun onto 2. They'll get the kill. Now Politics going for Puck. There is a phase shift available. Can he get out of this one? He can indeed. The blink straight away. They will get 1 kill out of that. And in fact, Warlock survives.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The tier 2, I mean, with that alacrity, going to be very, very easy to take down for Politics.
Radiant's
And they can even go for a tier 3 here, I think. With that Desolator on the PA, as well as the Aegis, there's nothing really stopping them here.
is under attack.
The Golem, as well, is still there. And they'll slowly siege. They're just waiting for their creeps right now. Oh, call in, coming out from Ada. They're going to have to help out straight away for K. There was a coil, I believe. Was that an RP? Yes, it was. It was only on to 2. The Omnislash was dropped as well. Politics copping a lot of damage, but he does have the Aegis. He will back off, though. I think he can really jump back in if he wants. And actually, Axe still going. Ada, this man's got balls of steel. The coil onto 2, though. It looks bad for the Dire. They need some help from Politics. The dagger comes in. He doesn't want to blink, though. Now he does. No Pressure. He's stuck in there. They can't see him quite yet, but he looks like he's just waiting for the stun. He might aim for Pandera, get some collateral here. The Overgrowth was committed, and looks like Nyx is not going to help out this cause.
Is under attack.
No Pressure will stay around, but only due to the fact that he can't get out of the base safely. He's going to wait till the Radiant are gone, and then he'll blink out. And there is some applause from Pandera, which, I mean, again, a big gold swing coming the way of TFA. This is exactly what they needed. A good high ground defense, a bit of overextension from the Dire, and then suddenly you're looking like you're back in the game. Although, there is still a 9k net worth lead for the Dire. So, you know, objectives, yes, they'll be taken. Gold, well, that's still an issue.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Fortification is used. It looks like the Dire thinking about coming in, but unfortunately they are not in position to be able to make it. Nova Farming decently. Not as well as he'd probably like on the puck, because he has died 4 times, but
My matriarch will prize.
still farming pretty decently. Obviously, the Yules and Blink is really all you need to be able to just never die. Like, make it really hard for them to kill you. No pressure. Having that Blink is pretty much all the Nyx really needs. Chizay, he's got that Glaives. Or I should say not Glaives, Glimmerclate, my apologies. And there is a pause. Scroats not happy with the pause apparently, but it is his own teammate, so he'll probably have to calm down a bit. And Corvez, you would be correct. That is a Woggy accent. You are not wrong, my friend. I hope that's not an issue, because I don't think I can really change that, even if I wanted to. It's been probably a bit too long in life. We'll wait out this pause. We might have a quick look at what kind of farm's going on for the side of the Radiant. We see Hawkeye Pierce. He's got that Solar Crest now. Obviously a very good item. I have Scardy being picked up from K. That's a big item to pick up so early. Like, he went for the phase boots, he got the Aquila, and he got a Manta, and then straight into Eye of Scardy. I'm not sure about that. I don't think it really offers enough. But I guess he might just prove me wrong. Scroats. He's got the Blink 4 staff, pretty much all he needs. He's going for a Yules apparently as well. We see Pandera not really having too much, but that's pretty much a standard position 5 build. He's getting Yules himself as well. And Puck, we already looked at Puck before, so he's doing pretty well for himself. Ada, not really too much item progression there. A lot of Yules coming out though from both teams. No pressure, in fact, just got one. Warlock still trying to go for that Aghanim Scepter for the double rock. Politics. We saw that Basher, Vladimir's, and Deso, and it looks like he's going to be going straight for an Abyssal Blade. And Spam, he does have that Aghanim Scepter, and he does have that Yules. And the Midas obviously will keep him going. It looks like he'll be going straight for the Octarine Core next to lower those cooldowns, and maybe for the sake of the lifesteal as well. Ada, again on the front lines as that Axe. And the tier 2 will be pushed bot lane. The question is, will TFA want to defend this? It's going down very, very fast. And the answer will be they won't have a choice anyway. No pressure, automatically scouting out, looking for any heroes that were thinking about it. I don't know if they'll go to the tier 3 though, because Dota Politics, he's at the top lane farming. There is a jump in from Nova. The Dreamcore was committed as well. He will just blink out to safety. I think he had backup anyway, and he probably would have been fine regardless. But yeah, definitely I wasn't gonna see any kind of push happening unless they got some amazing team fight. Because Politics was just at the top lane farming, which is fine because he's very close to his Abyssal, so he doesn't really want to commit to a team fight before having that. Especially because you want to lock down Nova on that puck with the Abyssal to make sure you can just crit him to death. Even maybe the Juggernaut, for that matter. Because that spin can be very frustrating. Because you can't, stop it. Unless you have something like an Abyssal or the Call. Call in from Ada. It was a good blink in, but Nova, he might just turn this one around. That being said, no pressures there to help out. The coil was dropped onto 2. And that'll do the job. He does use Spike Carapace though on no pressure. Shuzay. Gonna find K. Just use the Fatal Bonds, but has to be careful K doesn't decide to try and chase. No pressure again. Always in a good position to jump on somebody if need be. And again, I'm surprised there's no gem yet on the side of the Radiant. No Pressure has a gem for himself, so he has to be careful to not give it away. But the fact that the TFA don't have one yet is a bit shocking to me. Simply because that Nyx has caused so many problems already. You also have the Invoker with the Ghost Walk. So it really pays off to have one. Pandera, he's going to be going after Shazay. He's just not attacking apparently at this point. Just waiting. So Warlock will probably drop here. Nova, the root from Pandera as well. And Shazay, he's going to try and delay this as long as he can. He manages to make them waste a dust, I guess, with the Glimmer Cape. But they're still going to be happy with that kill. It will mean they can safely push a lane now without worrying about that golem drop. Especially because there's no buyback on the Warlock either.
Dire's top tower.
They're going to push that tier 3. Scroats will be on the front lines, ready with the RP. The Dire side are coming from different angles though. No Pressure, always coming from the behind. Ada, he's running in. The Cyclone does miss unfortunately for the Invoker because the spin was there from K. Ada still looking for the call attempt. And actually they do find the Tree and Protector. This could be a nice little kill for them. Pandera, he does Cyclone up. Ada, will he use the Cull? No, he'll let Spam have the kill. So being a good axe there, letting his teammate have the kill. Higher priority, obviously, with the Octarine core on its way. I don't know why the hell this spikiness is occurring. This spikiness. Sorry, I was just reading the chat. Yeah. Anyway, they jump in onto the park, and actually Nova, the Cole misses. Now the swap, and Hawkeye Pierce. Actually, the Cyclone from Spam, now the Chaos Meteor. The Yules is there from the puck. He's trying his best to get away from this. I don't know where the hell this lag's coming from, but VS will end up losing his life.
You were no match for my powers. But then, who is?
The phantom flies.
Scroats comes in with the skewer now. They're going to take out Axe, it looks like Ada. The Omni Slash was committed as well. The Yules coming out of nowhere. Shazay. Oh my goodness, this lag is so frustratingly bad. It looks like Ada is going to go down. Dollar Politics is there. And it looks like Juggernaut is losing his life as well. And Puck maybe even going to lose his life. And this is pretty frustrating, I've got to tell you. And it looks like I've disconnected maybe. No, never mind, I haven't disconnected. So far, 3 down for the Radiant end. And yeah, this is... Oh, God. My apologies, guys. I have no idea what the hell's going on. It's not the internet because I have the I'm looking at the connection right now and it's stable. I think it's the server for some reason, but I don't know 100%. Which is really frustrating because there was a good team fight going on. See if we can actually reconnect to the game. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Have no idea why that happened. Dota Politics actually jumps in onto the Invoker, but looks like he's going to lose his life here. And the Chaos Meteor Deafening Blast might do the job. Spam, he gets swapped in again, and he's in big trouble now. They're feeding here, I think. He's going to try and get away as best he can, but no, the silence will do the job.
I protect his real hope.
I was going to say cuttlefish with the kebab jokes before. Yeah, legit, I might just go get one after this. After these lag issues. Oh, Ada. This is a massive call if he can get it. He also has the blade mail and he does get it indeed. K, he's in big trouble. He's dealing a lot of damage to himself, but they can't get the kill with the axe. Now Shazay might be the one in trouble. He Glimmer Capes out of there. No pressure's coming in. And K, he's going to back off. The Roshan almost down. And the Yules on the Nyx Assassin. My goodness. This lag is killing me. My goodness. Roshan. Going to be going down from the Radiant end. And Shazay actually gets a double kill somehow. I don't even know how because it lagged. No pressure. He will end up dying, but he picked up the Aegis, I believe. He stole the Aegis. And now he's going to lose his life. He has the cheese as well. How the hell did he do that? The Yules. No pressure. He's going to lose his life. No, the cheese is there. And there's a gem there. What the hell is No Pressure doing? How is he doing this? Oh my. Why is it that in the epic moments the lag starts? I don't get it. Why? I mean, Nyx Assassin, this No Pressure, who I believe is Miracle, my goodness, steals an Aegis and a cheese and gets his gem back.
Death and good are linked.
Spam now pushing the mid lane. No Pressure, pushing the bot. And again, things go quiet. Looks like there might be a push at top. Spam, he will be in there as well as Ada. Jose, everyone's here now. They're gonna get at least this tier 2. It looks like.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Cuttlefish. I realize it's choppy. It's choppy for me in game as well, is what I'm saying.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So I don't know what is causing the choppiness, but we're both seeing the same thing.
Radiant's top tower.
Politics.
is
He's
under
got the damn alacrity, and he's gonna start hitting up with this tier 3. There's the Dream Call. They're gonna hold him in place, and No Pressure jumped in for the stun attempt. It looks like, but didn't quite get anything off Pierce. Got to be careful. No Pressure just draining the mana from him. And yeah, this is going to be a bit annoying because it's still lagging. Scroats tries to go for the skewer attempt, doesn't get it. Hawkeye will get stunned up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And the tier 3 is gone, so they can go for the shrines if they really want. And actually, there's a call out from Ada. I'm not sure what it was on, but it looks like illusions.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top barracks are under
And
attack.
are they going to go for a kill? Yeah, it looks like they're going to jump onto the tree and protect Ada. No Pressure actually gets a kill onto Hawkeye Pierce, and Dota Politics gets a kill onto Scroats. So there's no RP available, no buybacks in fact, and Dota Politics,
Radiant's top barracks are under
he's going to keep going. In fact, he might get another kill here. They find K with the call. It's a double kill for the PA. There's 3 down so far. Puck, he's in big trouble as well. The EMPK, he's going to go down, I think. There's no real way to escape this. He's got no mana. The only thing he can do is run. The Dream Core was dropped. Now the stun comes out from the Nyx Assassin, who has an Aghanim Scepter. And yeah, they're going to take out K, it looks like, 100%. And Nova's the only one left. I don't think he can solo defend this, though.
has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're going to go straight for the tier 3 mid now.
Radiant's mid. Dire's
No
middle
pressure.
tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks
Been
are
playing
under
very
attack.
well this game. The mid racks
Has
is
fallen.
going down. This could be a 2-0 defeat.
Radiant's
from Team Mint.
structures are fortified.
And actually, Axe ends up losing his life. Looks like he got a bit cocky there. And there is a bit of applause coming out from Pandera. They might make a chase to try and punish them here. And no pressure, was ready with the stun if necessary. He drops into the Aghanims now. Well, he burrows, I should say. No pressure, backing off.
Illusion.
Spam. They've got 2 Raxes down for Team Mint, so they're in a big lead here. 26k net worth. No pressure again. He's going to be looking for some kind of kill attempt here. He's farmed very well for himself. Obviously, with that gem as well, he can always make sure that he's never going to get caught out with any sentries. Nova has no idea he just silenced the Nyx assassin. Scode's going to be caught out. No pressure. And the Sunstrike. My goodness. What confidence. Coming out from Miracle. I mean, the man knows just exactly what he's doing. And with that Sunstrike, just gets an easy kill on Scroats.
Double damage.
Another Sunstrike coming out. Where is it though? Is the question. No pressure. Walks into a sentry, then realizes it very quickly. They're going to rotate to that bot lane now. Try and get that final Rax. It's such a big net worth lead right now. I don't know if they can actually lose this team fight. It's going to have to be a big defense though from the Radiant if they want to try and pull this game back into their favor. The burrow straight away from no pressure. He is out of that vision. Still has to be careful even though he is burrowed, but it's just so hard to kill him and the range for the stun is crazy. Now the tier 3 going down very fast. No alacrity quite yet. And now he has it. Ada already waiting for the call attempt. The RP is there and it's onto 3, but the EMP tornado combo, the coil onto 3 as well as the Omni Slash, it's actually massive. Ada, he's going after the Magnus. Can they get the kill? Yes, they can. Now the Chaos Meteor, the Golem drop as well. Pandera, he's going down. K, he's backing off with the healing ward, but I think this is going to be the third Rax of the game. The buybacks are coming out. Nyx trying his best to pull them back into the base again. No pressure, almost ends up going down. Ada, again, just delaying them as much as they can. The Rax going to go down. No pressure, burrows. And yeah, this is going to be Mega Crips at the least. K, he's going to try and back out of there. Pandera gets cycloned up again. The EMP being dropped. Nova almost loses his life. Pandera loses his life with the Cull. And I think they might just have to call GG here because it's Mega Creeps. And yeah, they do. So it's a 2-0 victory for Mint. Very well played to them. I mean, both teams played extremely well. But at the end of the day, Mint proving to be the better team. Guys, I do appreciate the viewership and sticking around. I'm really sorry about the choppiness at the end. I will be investigating to see why that was caused. Like I said, I got a new PC today, so my settings could be wrong, but I spent like 8 hours trying to set it up properly. So please excuse me for this for the choppiness. Otherwise, guys, I do this pretty much every day. So if you enjoyed what you see, consider following on the Twitch and following me at MLPDota on Twitter. Otherwise, if you hated it, just give me some feedback and I'll take it on board. Apart from the Woggy accent thing, because, you know, can't really change that and I kind of like it. Apart from that, guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been Michael Phoenix. You guys have a great night.